Options abound everywhere. But when you're looking for a cozy, comfortable, luxury, and environment that will take you to the zenith of your expectations, A&T Residential Hotels is the place. The rooms are designed to be your home away from home. We have services, both bar, room, and kitchen are all 24 hours. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool and our gym to keep your body fit. Our staff are excellent as they welcome you with royalty. Come shake your body as our nightclub opens every Friday with Asu Barbecue. Asuya joints available all day. We have a whole capacity of about 1,500 for your occasions. Welcome to A&T Presidential Hotels, Kilometer 5, Ilesha, Owo Expressway, Akure, Ondo State. Telephone 081 4633 5949 and also 1222 6282. A&T Presidential Hotels. Comfort and class redefined.
Congratulations to our poultry, pig, sheep, and goat farmers in Ondo State as Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project (LPRES) begins provision of common assets such as abattoir, slaughterhouse, pasture, sheep and goat markets, biodigester, veterinary clinic, farmer field school, artificial insemination center, training, loan support, free vaccination, among others, to enhance productivity, resilience, and commercialization of these value chains. LPRES is here to serve you. Please report header farmer clashes to LPRES for prompt intervention. You can visit your local government for complaints on GBV, sexual exploitation, abuse, and harassment at LPRES project location in your area. LPRES beneficiary profiling is always free, but know that there is no input support for beneficiaries. For more inquiries, please contact Ondo LPRES project at ground floor, Aisa building, beside ADP Alagbaka Akure. Facebook page is Ondo LPRES project. Email ondo@lpresnigeria.gov.ng. Telephone 0803-395-7166. LPRES project, enhancing livestock profitability.
On the news tonight, First Lady seeks peaceful global community, receives Qatari ambassador to Nigeria. 32 Artillery Brigade alerts Akure residents on upcoming firing drills. And federal government rolls out post-harvest programs to boost food sufficiency. Good evening and welcome to Nta Akure News at 7. I am Abdul Karim Ahmed. Now the news. The governor of Ondo State, Lucky Aiyedatiwa, has approved the appointment of the following individuals into the board of the Ondo State Teaching Service Commission, TESCOM. They are Mrs. Oluwadaisioke, Chairman, Honorable Ajani Oladipukbo, Member, Full-Time, Mrs. Titilayo Fayoriju, Member, Mrs. Ojolakpe Adeyemi, Alaji Isiaka Usman, Chairman of ASSUT, Chairman of PTA, Representative of Ministry of Budget and Economic Planning, Representative of Ministry of Education, Representative of Ministry of Finance. In a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the Governor, Ebenezer Adeniyo, Governor Aiyedatiwa also approved the appointment of his Senior Special Assistant on Information Technology, Honorable Tomide Akinwebido, as the Executive Chairman of the Ondo State Information Technology Agency, SITA. The Governor urges the new appointees to leverage their wealth of knowledge in executing their respective duties in line with the RE's agenda of the administration. Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has prayed for a world filled with peace, standing firm against the provocations of war. This was when she received in audience the ambassador of the State of Qatar to Nigeria, Ali bin Ghanem Al-Hajri, in her office. While reacting to a recent attack in Doha, the capital of Qatar, the First Lady called for more understanding among nations of the world, noting that peace as espoused by major religions is close to the heart of God.
And an album as well. Let me tell you this person, and maybe it might shock you as well. Cubana Chief.
The Muslim religion faith is about peace, and the Christian faith is also the same.
The visit of the ambassador, which held mainly behind closed doors, explored how to break a new ground of partnership between Renewed Hope Initiative and Qatar Foundation for Education, Science and Community Development in Doha, especially towards promotion of the Al-Majri system of education and addressing the challenges of out-of-school children in the country. As farmers continue to grapple with different challenges like poor road networks, unreliable electricity, limited access to finance, and absence of silos for preservation of perishable produce, the federal government has introduced the Post-Harvest System Transformation Program. The initiative is aimed at reducing wastage through modern storage facilities, improved preservation techniques, and value addition across major agricultural value chains. The report. With a large portion of farm produce wasted each year due to poor storage, inadequate pressing facilities, and weak distribution network, the situation affects not only food availability but also reduces farmers' earnings and worsens the federal and state government plan for food sufficiency and security.
At times, if you look at the places where these produce are coming out, they are very far. That is in terms of a distance. Before some of these produce get to the market areas, at least some of them must have been rotting. The government has to prepare a very good road for farmers to bring out their produce from the forest or from the site down to the marketable areas. And other things the government has to do is to encourage farmers, either by granting them an incentives in form of loans, to encourage them in keeping it up.
In a significant move to tackle the difficulties in preserving and ensuring availability of food for the entire calendar year, the federal government is working with the private partners to develop warehouses, silos, and frozen storage centers in key farming regions. While these facilities are expected to help reduce spoilage, farmers in rural areas continue to struggle with weak market linkages and the absence of modern transport systems, which they fear will undermine the effectiveness of the good intentions of the government.
I want to encourage these farmers to come to us if there is anything they are producing that they think can result into loss, excess, if they have it. Of course, we always have a bit as a government to interface with those that would take it from them. The Nigeria Commodity Exchange, they have given me their word that they are going to come to Ondo State and make sure all the silos in Ondo State are actually working in a perfect condition.
Experts maintain that tackling post-harvest losses is just as important as boosting food production. They know that with effective implementation of these programs, Nigeria could improve food security, support farmers' livelihood, and strengthen its agricultural economy. In Akure. The 32 Artillery Brigade Nigerian Army, Owena Cantonment, Akure, is scheduled to conduct range classification exercise from Thursday 18 to Friday 19 September 2025 from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily at the military range at Agbolu, Akure. A statement signed by Public Relations Officer Njoka Irabo revealed that the exercise is a routine military training activity aimed at enhancing the proficiency of officers and soldiers in weapon handling. The general public is advised not to panic on seeing troops move and on hearing the sound of gunshots within the range area. Consequently, residents, commuters, and farmers within the Tagbolu general area are advised to keep away from the range area during the period of the exercise. The world is observing International Ozone Day, marking 4 decades of global awareness on protecting the ozone layer, safeguarding the climate, and promoting sustainable development. Olajumoke Oladimeji reports that this year's theme, From Science to Global Action, emphasizes on the journey from initial scientific discoveries, from ozone depletion.
The ozone layer is a natural shield in the Earth's stratosphere that absorbs harmful ultraviolet B radiation from the sun. The day raises awareness about the protective role of the ozone layer, which includes seminars, educational programs, and competitions to promote public understanding. Speaking on the impact, a climatologist expert, Professor Ayodeji Oluleye, said the ozone layer depletion has affected food production and security, which may soon lead to famine.
Ozone layer, this is a layer of gases of ozone in the lower stratosphere, which is that's the upper troposphere, because it is very high in the atmosphere. And then this ozone is forming a protective layer against ultraviolet radiation. It's protecting us from ultraviolet radiation.
The rate at which cataract and cancer is being increasing day by day now, you know that ozone layer is really doing bad, evil to human, even to the animal. In a matter of how, when it has a negative effect on the woman, definitely it will affect even the animals and our plants as well.
Life on Earth would not be possible without sunlight, but the energy emanating from the sun would be too much for life on Earth to thrive without an ozone layer.
Our activities directly and indirectly deplete the ozone layer, and if the ozone layer is being depleted, it is that it will be affected, both plants and animals. It was scientifically proven research that it was discovered that those refrigerants are no longer good.
As the world celebrates the International Ozone Day, it has been advised to avoid ozone and use environmental friendly products like refrigerator and others.
We should be mindful that the ozone is being depleted. So having that knowledge, then we must take good care of ourselves, drink enough water, then don't go out in the sun. Ensure that
experts urge every individual to take precautions in having direct contact with the sun because of elements from the ozone layer leakage that causes skin cancer. In Akure, Olajumoke Oladimeji, NTA News.
The National Assembly Service Commission has approved the appointment of Mr. Emmanuel Odo as the acting clerk of the Senate. In a statement, the Commission explains that the appointment was communicated in a letter signed by Dr. Savio Inyekeri, the Executive Chairman of the National Assembly Service Commission. The statement adds that Odo's appointment was in recognition of his hard work and administrative competence and urged him to work hard to uphold the confidence of the Commission reposed on him. Prior to his appointment, Mr. Emmanuel Odo was the Deputy Clerk, Senate Administration. You're still watching Nta Akure News at 7. We shall be back in a moment. Please stay with us. You're welcome back. You can also watch us on our social media handles on Facebook and YouTube at Nta Akure. The National Environmental Standards and Regulations Enforcement Agency, NESRIA, and Wildlife Justice Commission, WJC, have signed a Memorandum of Understanding in a move aimed at strengthening wildlife protection in the country. The MOU signed at NESRIA's headquarters in Abuja by the Director General CEO of NESRIA, Professor Innocent Bariko, and Chief of Investigations at the WJC, Stephen Kamodi, represented by the Regional Manager, Abim Isafiade, establishes a framework for cooperation to combat transnational organized criminal networks, trafficking in wildlife, fish, and timber. The Memorandum of Understanding will strengthen intelligence sharing, enhance forensic and legal collaboration, and support future programs under the Nigerian Wildlife Law Enforcement Task Force. According to the NESRIA DG, the Memorandum of Understanding aligns perfectly with Nigeria's obligations under the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora sites, and demonstrates our government's determination to protect biodiversity, conserve threatened species, and ensure sustainable managed wildlife resources for future generations. Nigeria remains committed to working with the WJC to ensure that Nigeria does not serve as a safe haven or transit hub for wildlife traffickers. Executive Director of the Wildlife Justice Commission, Olivia Swag, in a statement said collaboration with Nigeria would bring in fresh vigor into wildlife enforcement activities in the country. Up next is Business News with Sumibola Festus.
The federal government has rolled out a slate of new incentives to attract agricultural investment, which she said could create 21 million jobs in the country. Vice President Kashim Shettima outlined the plans at the Food and Agriculture Organization Nation and Sub-Regional and Investment Forums in Abuja, calling hunger the great equalizer that reveals our vulnerability and the sheer fragility of our existence. It also pledged reform to expand irrigation, improve access to credit, and create millions of rural jobs under President Bola Tinubu's economic agenda. In another development, the Central Bank of Nigeria has reaffirmed its commitment to stimulating productivity, deepening financial inclusion, and ensuring monetary and price stability as part of its effort to strengthen the nation's economy. The CBN governor, Olayemi Cardozo, gave the assurance while declaring open the 2025 CBN Fair. He noted that the fair was designed as a platform for direct engagement with the public on the bank's policies for sustainable economic growth and national development. Lastly, on business news, the Central Bank of Nigeria has issued a fresh directive compelling all domestic systematically important banks to obtain regulatory approval for the appointment of successor managing director at least 6 months before the exit of incumbent chief executives. In addition, the Apex Bank ordered that such appointment must be made public no later than 3 months before the outgoing CEO officially vacates office. The policy shift is part of broader efforts to strengthen corporate governance, reduce uncertainty, and preserve confidence in Nigeria's financial system. And that will be all on business news. In Akure, Sumibola Festus, NTA News.
Now let's join Peter Oibo for the latest in world sports.
It's exactly as written. Page 4.
Ezekiel Nathaniel continued his impressive run on the global stage as he stormed to victory in the men's 400-meter hurdles semi-finals at the World Athletics Championship in Tokyo on Wednesday. Nathaniel clocked an impressive 47.47 seconds to secure his qualification in the final.
Nathaniel of Nigeria. Look at Abaka, who is there